as we know in the news, the Central Statistic Agency noted around 22 of 34 provinces who get experienced with the poverty in 2020. Who the person gonna guessing like this? No one. Okay, so due to this pandemic, like in coronavirus pandemic, or we can call it COVID-19 pandemic, yeah, it's very gave us the biggest impact for our life, especially in our economies. Like, what's the problem with the economic system right now? Yeah, the number of poor people is increased about between 7% until 12% in a month. Who guessed that? Especially it happens to Jakarta, Yogyakarta, Central Java, East Java, and West Java. But the biggest number is happened to Central Java. Okay, next I want to explain about economies, or maybe we can call it poverty, in many perspectives. Yeah, first perspective getting is poverty in economy sense. Oh my god, what is that? Poverty in an economy perspective is defined as a lack of resource that can be used to meet the needs of life and improve like a welfare. What is welfare? You know, like the environment system that happen in our life. Like, so, yeah. So the second in perspective, social welfare. What is social welfare? Like, as we knew, social welfare is like usually happen in our life. Poverty and social welfare perspective like limit us into the limitations of individuals or group. Perhaps it's increasing social networks and structures to support them in obtaining opportunities to increasing the opportunity. Okay, next there is a structural perspective. Do you guys know what is a structural perspective? I don't really know, but I read it about that. Yeah. So structural poverty is the areas, maybe we can like areas, not because the inability of the poor work, or maybe we can call it lazy person. Yeah, so many lazy person here is like, but because of the inability of social system or structure to provide opportunities that allow the poor to work. Yeah, that's all. Okay, next there is absolute poverty. What is absolute poverty? Do you know that? Oh guys, you don't know about that. Absolute poverty is a condition when the person has an income lower than a decent standard of living. What does that mean? Do you know that? Lower a decent of living. Yeah. Sometimes the life is so perfect. We should perfect in our manage about money. The measure that by standard poverty line. Sometimes maybe person is about out of that line supposed to. Yeah, they are deemed unable to provide the necessary about the goods and services, perhaps like such as shelter, food, and clothing. Yeah, like that. Next, I want to talk about the factors. What is the factor is? So many factors that factors why everyone could be very poor. The first is unemployment. Yeah, in the reality we can see there's so many unemployment that happen to us, maybe like around us. Maybe it's because of there's no something like educations that they had, or maybe there's no skill that they had. I don't know, but that was exactly happened to us. Okay, next there is a low paradigm. What is low paradigm? Sometimes person is getting lazy for trying something new, and like habit someone who in his mind. I mean, like sometimes he's lazy or not enthusiasm to work. It's very horrible and terrible feelings. Next, low skill in human individual. Who knows that? Low skill in human individual. Humans who don't have any skill in themselves sometimes. That may be the causes why they had no jobs until right now. And then next, there is a conceptive human life patterns. As we know, guys, the pattern human is like fulfilling their needs in something to exercise, so that they want to have all the items and consider important events, so these items not entirely important to themselves. Why? Me actually do that actually, because like sometimes the girls really want to buy something they don't really need. Yeah, that's a girl, I think. And when they look at the desk, look at the clipboard, you're just like, oh my god, I have a lot of many stuffs that very useless. Why should I do that? Why should I buy that? Sometimes I get really upset and really, why should I do this? Like wondering in my whole life, why should I keep my lifestyle like this? Yeah, that's a girl's house going. Next, there's a low educations. Do you know low educations? Yeah, so many people who don't get any of them. Yeah, so very pathetic, right? Because I think they have no fee, they have no money for the educations that they have to got, and the government doesn't give subsidies, like the free like that, or maybe like that, I don't know. Yeah. Next is low percentage of income. Low percentage of income is very usually things happen to us exactly like maybe when someone work in the middle, or I mean like in the small companies, maybe they got something like salary that not balanced with allowance, and what they have to buy, something like that. It's not balanced. Yeah. Next, exactly things that usually happen is natural disaster. What is natural disaster happen usually? Yeah, sometimes we don't know about when natural disaster happen to us, happen to our provinces, happen to our world. Exactly. So we have to prepare about that. I mean, like, I think the government should prepare about that. Sometimes flood came in suddenly, and then like earthquake perhaps, or and many other things. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, next I want to talk about the solutions. Ta-da! What is the solutions? Do you know that? Okay, next. The first solutions is, I think, provide free educational, as I told like that, like low educational should be banned, and government should be like provide free educational to everyone who need it. I mean, like, who person doesn't have any money to do that? Yeah. Next, we have provide adequate facilities and free subsidies. What the subsidies that mean? So many subsidies that government should give us. The first is house. Everyone need house to live. Everyone need to eat. Maybe subsidies about the food, about the other things like that. Yeah. Government should be like instinct about that. Next we have, do something innovative is very important to our creativity. Yeah, because if we have innovative to grow, maybe we could have many change or many opportunities to get something jobs, like the better jobs in our life. Yeah, we very need that things. Innovative or maybe creative. We should be like that. Even you are not creative or innovative, you have to have a good skills then. Yeah, if you want to be a good person then. Anyway. Okay, next. Open up jobs opportunities. What does that mean? When we have a creativity, when we have an innovative to do something, we could open up the jobs opportunities for everyone. Okay, so thank you for watching my video.